top tip is to choose your flooring first, making sure that you are taking into consideration your largest surface area in the home and that you choose the undertone that you're after before reaching for paint colours or going to walls, fixtures, finishes, anything else. If you set your grounding flooring to exactly what you want, it makes choosing all of the other things much easier. When I'm ever doing a flat lay, the first thing I do when I get into the home is look at the largest surface area being the flooring, and we want to make that decision first. So we always want the homeowners to come up and decide whether we're going with warm undertones, cool undertones, dark floors, light floors. What's the style outcome? Are we doing, are we going towards coastal, going Hamptons, Scandi? Like, what are we sort of trying to get to as an end result? And the flooring will inform that from the beginning. Lighting is your biggest concern and complement towards flooring. So you always want to be thinking about layered lighting, everything from how the natural light comes into the home all the way down to what light globes did you put in there in the first place. Are they warm, are they cool, and what's on the floors are going to look different. You have artificial and natural lighting that's going to come into play. Your natural lighting, if you have a room with huge windows, etc., the floor can look very different in there as it might do around the corner in a dark hallway without a skylight, or in a room with carpet, for example, the carpet's going to look different inside of the wardrobe as it does directly underneath the window. So we're always looking to take lighting into consideration, thinking about warm globes, cool globes, like what actual artificial lighting do you have in the home and how that lighting reflects off the flooring and plays into the different colours. I think people will see samples, see things online and think, oh yeah, that's done. But actually it really needs to be taken into the home and dragged all around into the wardrobe, the darkest part of the room. Leave it there, look at it for 15 minutes, turn the lights on, turn them off, look at it in the golden afternoon light, look at it in the morning early light. Mixing flooring is a little bit of a talent, but it's definitely possible. The best tip I would say is to go cohesive and make sure that your undertones match. So you are sticking to the same side of the colour wheel. You can have a variety of different types of flooring, but just taking into account that they make sense and the places that you're putting them, it works for you to transition from one flooring type to another. Okay, so one of the things that we need to do when we're thinking about our undertones is we want to match the undertone of the flooring to the undertones in the wall paint or the colours that you choose for your walls. So when we have a warm undertone, what that generally means is we're looking for something on the warm side of the colour wheel, and warm colours are things like orange, red, pinks, yellows. We're looking for all those things that remind us of sunshine and flames and hot, warm things. So you can see that this has a creamy yellow undertone, and in that case we're going to go and match it with a carpet that will work. So I have chosen this beautiful textural piece that has warm undertones running through it. It's going to pick up a lot of what you see here, and you're going to have something that's really cohesive that runs all the way through the home without being jarring or contrasting in any way. You're just going to run your warm undertones along the floor and up the walls. In this home, we've chosen the flooring already and really happy with this coastal look. The wood grain brings out beautiful grey tones in it, so we want to go with the same cool undertones when we're choosing our paint colour. So we've chosen a grey here that is going to really lift and bring out that wood grain. So by making the undertones the same on the floor and the wall, you're going to get cohesion throughout the whole home. So our cool undertones are tones where we're looking at the side of the colour wheel with greens, blues, greys, things that remind us of nature, like rock pools or ocean. And you can see how that coastal look will be achieved because once the entire wall is painted grey and the floors run through here, it's just a matter of bringing in your furniture selections in order to make that feel like that full coastal look. So choosing the colour for the studio, I knew I wanted to have it light, and the reason being it is such a small space. So it's only 2.8 by 3, and I knew that I didn't want the floor to be the key hero piece when you walk into the room. And if I had a really dark floor, I feel like it would make that flooring seem much smaller. So wanted to go light. I have painted it all white, painted the ceiling, no differentiation. So you've got that big cathedral height. And then the flooring I wanted to reflect from that white and be sort of coastal looking, so a light oak or we actually went with the abode coastal tone, and it's got all that beautiful light look. With your flooring, if you want it to be timeless and classic, I would definitely suggest you stay away from trends and stay away from anything that's too polarizing. So you want to be choosing something that suits your style outcomes, something you're going to love now and in the future. If you're thinking about whether the house is in a timeless sense, in 10 years, 20 years, your flooring's still probably going to be fine, but is your style the same? You're going to evolve, your family situation will evolve possibly. You might have new pets, new kids, you may have sold the home. So I think, steering away from trends, steering away from laying it in some crazy pattern you Googled or found on Pinterest, but your heart doesn't speak to that. So I think keeping things really simple, really neutral, and really in line with your own style sense and what you love, because if you love it, it will always be classic and timeless while you're living in it.